Good morning, gamers! What's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly sip. Sorry I missed last week, but I'm here. Let me just here. Everyone have their mugs of coffee ready. Very good. Everyone slurp your coffee. Everyone post your coffees in the chat. Love your YouTube videos, dude. Well, thank you very much, Alex. I'm not too much of an intellectual, though. The new bisexual climate change fighting Superman. He has a Kyle Rittenhouse school shooter stand-in. Yeah, dude, don't pay for new comics. They're all garbage. Post your coffees. Post your coffees in the chat. Post your coffees. What is Pilk? I don't even know what Pilk is. What are you fucking talking about? I don't understand anything you guys are saying. Sargon hasn't changed that much in terms of temperament. He's just become more of a dad. That's all. He wants his kids. He has 3 kids. He wants his kids to grow up in the same culture that he grew up in, which is not an unreasonable thing to want. He's just a dad. It's okay. Pepsi milk? That sounds fucking disgusting. Why? Jesus, dude. Tea, return to tradition. Your server has chosen Pilk as its official drink? Holy fuck. Alright. If you guys say so. Clank. Oh, are you Styx fans as well? Oh, coffee and flapjacks. That's pretty good. Just coffee for me today, though. Silva Camaro for $5. Thank you. Can we declare that commies like shoe on head using the word base to describe communism as cultural appropriation? Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, wasn't base like specifically a right wing thing for a while? I don't quite know where based came from. Jesus. Everyone's getting timed out. What the fuck's going on? Someone just spamming Pilk. Alright. Styx is alright. I'd say about a year and a half ago I watched him like every single day, but I don't know. I go through waves of being naturally drawn towards YouTubers. They don't change. It's just that like my where my clicky finger goes and my computer changes. So like I watched Sargon's show every day religiously for a while. Not only watched like once a week, even though he's my friend. Same with Styx. I only watch him once in a while, even though I used to watch him religiously. Right now, who I'm watching religiously is Red Letter Media, and I think it's just because I want some non-political content right now. You know, I wanna maybe watch some movie stuff. You know, I get on the bad movies kick for a while. I'll get on the games kick for a while. You know, I don't want to be constantly plugged into the culture war. Who does? You know, who does? Which is why I don't begrudge anybody when they stop watching me for a bit and they come back. It's just how it is. You know, that is just the landscape. You can email, sure, that's fine. Yeah. I can't keep up with them all. That's true. But Tidge, you're at like every one of my streams. Tidge is one of the people who watches all the Game Boomer stuff every evening. By the way, watch Game Boomers. Twitch.tv/GameBoomer. YouTube.com/GameBoomer. It's my gaming side channel. Get over there or else you're banned. The thing with Aiden is that she releases like one video a month, so you can watch her pretty easily. I do watch all of her stuff too. How's the Lilith and Devo collaboration going? Lilith has some real life stuff she needs to work out before we can get it off the ground. Based in Red Letter Media Pill. Thank you, Stug. Thank you. Yeah, basically, there's gonna be a side channel called Dev and Lilith, so that it'll be easier to divide up the revenue because it's kind of hard to divide it up by video. But if there's just one channel where we put all the streams on, all the videos on, then it'll be easy to just cut that revenue down the middle between the two of us. But basically, we want to do the Dev and Lilith weekly Wednesday show every Wednesday night. Since I didn't want to step on, like Adam and Sitch's time slot on Sunday, or the EFAP guys on Saturday. So, Meet the Galaxy. Thanks for joining the $5 club, man. Appreciated. Silva Camaro for 5. The Daniels Room Autonomous Zone. The Draz kind of fell apart after we ran out of clean socks and realized we couldn't eat Legos and Play-Doh. Darn you, dadism. I will only watch Game Boomers if you do a Pokemon Nuzlocke with your wife and make her play and bully her when she gets team members killed. I've done several Nuzlockes and I've done several Pokemon playthroughs with Naomi, but I haven't made her play a Nuzlocke. I don't think she cares enough about Pokemon. Like, she likes the games, but not enough to Nuzlocke them. What was the website that you mentioned for getting abandonware on? Yeah, that's right. So I've been playing Black Dahlia, which is a 1998 FMV game on Game Boomers for Halloween. It stars Dennis Hopper for like 5 minutes, and then it's all a bunch of no-name actors. Where did I get Black Dahlia? There's a website. Okay, so everyone knows what DOSBox is at this point, right? DOSBox is basically a program that allows you to run DOS games, kind of like how an SNES emulator or an N64 emulator lets you run those games. But DOSBox is so lightweight that nowadays there's a site that I can't find in shit. There's a site that basically, if you go there and there's a bunch of abandonware from like the 80s and 90s, like Black Dahlia, and if you download Black Dahlia, it'll come with a copy of DOSBox, which has its settings tuned for Black Dahlia. Now, was it myabandonware.com? No, it doesn't look like it, but you can get it here anyway. So rather than like constantly configuring DOSBox to work with different games, at this point you can just download all the games, and they all come with their own DOSBox.exe with their own settings specifically tuned for that game, and it's quite nice. No, it's not Good Old Games, but you can get some of those games on Good Old Games. No, this is a site you don't have to pay for though. Yeah, man, Black Dahlia. I'm enjoying playing through it on Game Boomers, man. It's surprisingly fun. I really enjoy I wasn't in the 90s. I was a console kid. I was playing N64 when I was young. I wasn't a PC gamer. Not until like the mid 2000s. So I missed all of the FMV games on PC. So like we've played Ripper, we've played Phantasmagoria 1 and 2. We've played Night Trap, and now we're playing Black Dahlia. And I'm really, really enjoying these games. I should be surefairataku@gmail.com, Nika. Abandonware is not technically legal, but no one's coming after you anymore for it. Yeah, actually, I think it's old-games.com. I don't know or care about Pilk, god damn it. God damn it. In any case. Coffee's very good. Thank you, Crispy. Ripper was amazing. Oh my god, Ripper has like the worst fucking acting I've ever seen, and yet they put so much into it. You got a floppy disk collection? Man, okay. My grandmother was My grandmother was from old country Italy. She didn't know anything about computers, dude. But she knew that I liked video games. So when I was very young, too young to understand how to play games on a computer, I just popped, the cartridge into the N64. She bought me a floppy disk copy of Commander Keen, and there was a few Commander Keen games on these floppy disks. And I was like, "Thanks, Grandma," being polite, but I didn't have any interest in them, and I didn't really care. So they just kind of stayed on the shelf for years. And then on a whim, a few years later, I still had an old family computer that, even though we had a new family computer that had like a CD burner, an old family computer still had a floppy disk. So I was like, maybe I'll try these. I don't know what Commander Keen is, but I'll try it out. And oh my god, Commander Keen was fucking incredible. Thanks, Grandma. She had no idea what she was buying, but it worked out. Silver Camaro 78 for $5. You should check out Puppet Combo. Right now, his subsidiary game Bloodwash making the rounds on YouTube. Seriously terrifying. Look him up. Okay, I will. Thank you. Yeah, Ripper has Christopher Walken in it. I don't know if there is an Android version of DOSBox, to be honest. I only know it on Windows. If you were in school and had to do an identity project, intersectionality on privilege and disadvantage, would you do it? I don't know. You know what? Depends what we're talking about, right? Because I'll tell you the truth. If you're in high school, listen. This is contrary to what your parents and every adult in your life will tell you, but I think it's true. High school doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Like, let's say that you fucking fail out of high school, or you just barely pass high school, all right? What you can do is you can work for a year or two and then apply at university as an adult student. And at that point, they waive a lot of your high school scores because high school doesn't matter. As long as you've graduated, you're fine. So if you're in high school and they're telling you to do shit you don't believe in, no, don't do it. If you fail the class, fine. You'll be fine, all right? What the fuck is this pilk shit? God damn it. I haven't had a chance to see it, Trick. I think Dave's looking at it, though. Now, university's different. You might need to get a degree to go into a certain field, and you might need to just stomach it. But universities, despite what everyone says about academia, universities are generally not so corrupted yet that if you can put forward a good, solid argument that goes against what the professor wants, you'll generally still pass. And not only will you pass, you'll generally you like if they just fail you out of spite, you can generally appeal it. Like, universities are bad, but they're not that bad, not yet. Matapass, I created pink pilk simp channels in the Discord. Oh god. Oh my god, where's the pilk shit in the Discord? I don't even see it. What is this gay shit? Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What are all these cat boys? This is fucking nonsense, guys. Why are you shitting up my Discord? Oh, here they come. Here come all. I'm just watching them scroll by in Discord now. The fucking autism, guys. The fucking autism. Hey, Aiden. No, that's fine. It's the meme of the season. Fair enough. I'm just kind of wondering what's going on. You think I fucking pay attention to anything? No. Anyway. I will say sorry for no videos or almost no videos recently, as always. The issue does eventually stem from me being unable to get myself to work. But you know what? I recorded a video yesterday, and it will be out tomorrow, and I think it will be at least slightly interesting. So enjoy. Um, it's basically a video digging into not completely, but at least partially into Jim Sterling's fucking terrible accessibility microtransactions take. And in general, in a more general sense, why the accessibility discourse in video games right now is literally just people refusing to get good. It's not about disabilities, it's about them fucking sucking. What do you think of him and the claim that there's no left-wing party now? Okay, so from the socialist perspective, it is entirely true that there is no left-wing party in the United States. The Democrats aren't socialists. The Republicans certainly aren't. So fair enough. However, from like the traditionalist perspective, there's no right-wing party in the United States either, because the Republicans are all kind of globalist. They're not localists, and the same with the Democrats. So either side can make that claim. It's because using left and right is stupid. You should be talking about ideologies and what and like you should be talking about ideologies and what they want and what they advocate for, and not just where people fit on a fucking line or a graph. It's dumb. Didn't Jim Sterling drop down from like a million subs, 800, like 800,000? Like he's just basically falling apart. Accessibility? You mean journalist mode? Yeah, pretty much, eh? Okay, here. You know what? We've been goofing around for about 15 minutes. That's usually pretty good to start the show, isn't it? Is goof 15 minutes of goof? Libertarianism is the pilk pill. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's begin talking about news today, okay? Actually, no, I got to shill first. Here's the shilling. All right. If you want to send stuff that I'll open up on the stream, there's the PO box. Mail stuff to that PO box address. When I get 5 packages, I will open stuff up. And in fact, I'm currently sitting on 4 packages. So, one more and I'll open stuff up on the stream. Want to join the $5 club? You have to give a $5 recurring monthly donation to Patreon Subscribe Star, the YouTube memberships, or the twitch.tv/GameBoomers sub button. Has to be recurring so that the bot can automatically put you into the $5 club in Discord. If you PayPal 100 US to the SFO PayPal, and then, of course, send me or the mods a receipt, I'll put you into the $5 club for life. That's how it works. Kung Fu Joe, fuck, this shit is boring. What the fuck are you doing here, you fucking faggot? Yeah, Naomi opened one because she didn't want to wait because she's an asshole. All right. Let's get to the links that I have to share. Hold on a second. Can I figure it out? What do I do? This should be it. Okay. This is the Twitter account of my friend Cafe Beef. He was a very nice person that everyone should follow. And they posted this that I didn't even know about. This episode where they talk about why people have photosensitive epileptic seizures for 60 minutes with an actual professor is my favorite episode of the Pokemon anime. I didn't know this was actually an episode. It's like, this is from Bulbapedia. The Pocket Monsters Problem Inspection Report. It's a special broadcast with the Pokemon anime. It's 60 minutes in length. Yeah, I know the Minecraft server's down. I'm currently backing it up. I'll bring it back up after the stream. The special is about the episode 38 incident, which resulted in 685 viewers being sent to hospitals due to photosensitive epileptic seizures. However, only 150 were actually admitted into the hospitals due to other children recovering in the ambulance. So, everyone knows about the flashing Porygon situation, right? Where a bunch of kids got epilepsy in Japan. I didn't know that, like, the next episode they aired was a 60-minute special on why it happened with Professor Harding from Aston University, an expert on photoparoxysmal response provocation. He's invited into the studio to determine the cause of the problems found in Pokemon and explain the medical backing of the guidelines established by TV Tokyo. Wow. Humans. These are the humans in the show. That's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, I remember the Electric Soldier Porygon incident. I remember that too. But I don't remember there being a 60-minute special on what happened. You know? Yeah, didn't the Nintendo Twitter account tweet Porygon did nothing wrong and then had to delete it because it was too sensitive, apparently? Haha, seizures go burr. Okay, hold on. Now, for some reason, I can't actually find the 60-minute special, but I did find the 3-minute opening clip of it. All right, and I want to play this opening clip to you guys to just to illustrate something. Come on, headphones. Okay, check this out. All right, here it is. Here it is.
テレビの前のみんな、こんばんは。今日からアニメポケットモンスターの放送がまた始まることになりました。でもその前にちょっとお姉さんの大切な話を聞いてください。大人の方もご一緒にお願いします。良い子のみんなはもう知っていると思いますが、去年の12月16日、ポケットモンスターを見て多くのお友達が急に具合が悪くなってしまいました。病院に運ばれた方もいました。まずその方々と関係者の皆さんに改めてお詫びを申し上げます。テレビを見ていてこれほどのことが起きたのは世界でも初めてでした。楽しみにしているみんなにはちょっとがっかりさせてしまいましたが、私たちはどうしてこんなことが起きたのか分かるまでしばらく番組をお休みすることにしました。すぐに調査のチームを作って専門家の先生にお話を伺いながら原因や安心して見られるアニメの作り方について。
So, I only discovered this video this morning, and I'm already nostalgic for it. Like the music in it and the way it's framed and stuff. It's kind of strange how that works, you know?
研究することにしたんです。こういった研究はテレビ局はもちろん国やお医者さんの間でも進められました。調査で分かったことは赤と青の画面が1秒間に24回ものものすごい速さで切り替わっていく部分があって、それが主な原因だということでした。つまり赤と青がこんな風にものすごい速さで入れ替わっていたんですね。最初は特別に強い光が出ていたんではとか、何か危険な絵が入っていたんではなどと言われていましたが、そういったことではありません。またしましまや渦巻きなどの模様や赤い色の使い方にも注意しなければいけないことが分かりました。ですから私たちはこれから放送するポケットモンスターはもちろん他のアニメも十分に気をつけて作っています。今日までポケモンがもう一度始まるようにとたくさんの応援をいただきました。いくつかご紹介します。
Okay, first of all, how come this bulletin board has like 5 sides? You see this? It's like, hey, what? Okay. But still, I think it's kind of interesting that if this happened today, Pokemon would be canceled, Nintendo would be dragged through the mud on Twitter, like it would be a shit show. The company's stock would plummet. Like, you know what actually happened? Everyone understood that it was a mistake, Everyone understood that the animators didn't know what would have happened. And the fans are like, please bring the show back. And the company took responsibility and apologized. And nobody canceled them. And it was... it was more forgiving. It was more wholesome. And because of that... And also, there's probably the fact that they were Japanese. Let's not mince words here. It's also the fact that they're Japanese. But because of that, because there was more good faith on both sides, it was a better outcome.
まずこちらは埼玉の今津さん、関口くん、佐川さんです。ポケモンやめないでくださいと大きく書いてくれましたね。ピカピカ。それからこちらは札幌の伊藤夏菜さんです。可愛いイラストがあります。その他にもご覧のようにたくさんいただいたんです。皆さん本当にありがとうございました。ピカピカ。最後にもう一つ皆さんにお願いがあります。テレビを見るときは必ず明るいところでできるだけ離れて見るようにしましょう。ではお待たせしました。いよいよ始まります。
Like, damn. You would never see that today. We know better now. Why should we treat people by the old standards today? Because these old standards were better. Where people actually gave other people the benefit of the fucking doubt. Like, that's why I try to do it. I deal with a lot of idiots and assholes on the internet. But I generally try to Now, I'm not going to go into examples. But the point is that I have dealt with so many shitty people. And I've still maintained the position of, like, everyone that I meet is a potential friend. And if it turns out they backstab me, fine. I've been backstabbed quite a lot. It's not fun. It's actually quite painful. Not physically backstab. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The point is, I've also made so many friends that way too. And the good has outweighed the bad. And things are better in my life as a result of it. I'm not just like hateful and distrustful of everybody and just looking to try and like looking for the next opportunity to kind of like get a wedge in and destroy somebody's life for a few clicks on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'll read all the super chats after the stream, okay? Oh, delicious coffee. Let's continue. Let's continue with what I've got. Look at all these links I've got planned for you. Let's have some fun. Okay. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is the world's most tragic video game series. Breath of the Wild isn't a series. And like this guy says, it's not even the most tragic Zelda game. That's Majora's Mask. This is my favorite Zelda game, by the way. I gotta play this on Game Boomers at some point. This is my favorite game. But yeah, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is the world's most tragic video game series. Oops, from GameSpot. You think you'd know fucking video games being GameSpot? Yeah, it is like a sub-series inside of... Yeah, that's true. There's Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity, and then Breath of the Wild 2. It is like a sub-series inside of Zelda, but still. No. Actually, Aiden, you're still here. DM me on Discord. I gotta ask you something off the show. And I'm gonna forget if I don't ask you now. So please send me a DM. But the actual article, The Legend of Zelda is the world's most tragic video game series. Okay. I mean, I don't think so. Maybe it's up there for some people, but I think they completely fucked up. They completely fucked up. And they had to change the article's headline after the fact. Man arrested for training his dog to throw bricks at people. Ooh. They say, look at this guy. They say a dog is a man's best friend, but someone took it too literally. An Asian man was arrested after it was reported he had trained his dog to throw rocks at people when they knock. The man is said to be a loner who doesn't like to socialize, and perhaps he doesn't appreciate it when people come to his house to bother him. But the police thought he had crossed the boundary and it was now animal cruelty. Some people thought he was a genius with misplaced priorities. Instead of being arrested and sent to jail, they have to hire him so he can train the canine division. Can you imagine? You're just like knocking on a door because you're delivering a package or a pizza or something, and then you just get like a fucking brick on the head from this dog. Woof. Colorado father, 59, is sentenced to 48 years in prison for killing his 13-year-old son in a fit of rage, after the boy found fetish photos of him wearing a red bra and eating feces from a diaper. Okay, this is a sad, serious story. But I'm gonna have a bit at the end where I can laugh a little bit about it, okay? Because red bra and eating feces, you can't just let that go, all right? Colorado father has been sentenced to 48 years in prison for killing his son after the boy found fetish pictures of him. Mark Redwine was 60, sentenced Friday by La Plata County District Court Chief for killing his 13-year-old son Dylan Redwine in 2012. Redwine was convicted of second-degree murder and child abuse resulting in death. Redwine didn't speak during the sentencing. Judge Wilson said the 60-year-old has taken no responsibility for his actions. Excuse me, what the fuck? Yeah, I know, dude, I know. Like, actually, I gotta adjust something. Hold on. Yeah. He has taken no responsibility for his actions, and then he could not remember a defendant that has shown less remorse than him. The community needs to be protected from you. You need to be removed from society for a very long period of time. I'm going to sentence you to 48 years in both counts with 5 years of parole will be served concurrently. Damn. He was indicted in 2017 in the disappearance of his son, who was reported missing in November 2012 while on a court-ordered Thanksgiving visit to his father's home. Jesus. Yeah, the father was in the pictures, and the son found them, and the father killed him for it. I know he's dead, and rest in peace, but this smirk is the smirk of a boy who found pictures of his father eating literal shit. You know? Like, damn. R.I.P., buddy. The 13-year-old's partial remains were found a few miles from his father's home. A jury convicted him after less of a day. Redwine killed Dylan in a fit of rage after they argued over embarrassing photos of him wearing women's lingerie and eating feces from a diaper. Dylan and his older brother had accidentally discovered the pictures on their father's computer during a road trip in 2011 and looked at them in a locked bathroom while their father slept, his older brother Corey Redwine testified. Dylan's older brother took his own photos to save on his phone and said during cross-examination that he sent copies of the compromising photos to his father in August 2012, while Dylan and Mark Redwine were on a trip together. The older brother wanted to use the photos as leverage in an argument with his dad a year later. Jesus. Fucking wild, dude. Okay, so I'm not going to show it, but I found the pictures, and they're just as disgusting as you think. They're just as fucking disgusting as you think. There's shit smeared all over this guy's face. He's wearing a diaper. He's eating out of a diaper. It's fucking awful. Like, they're disgusting. And it's either this kid or his older brother, but I think it was this kid, who posted them to 4chan, which is how they got out. This article doesn't say that. That's just that's stuff the news isn't going to report on. Like, fucking hell, man. This guy is a sick piece of shit. And he literally eats shit. I'm not showing it. Fuck you. I've seen it, and it's pretty fucking gross. All right. Admit it. Grilling is bad. No more grilling, guys. No more grilling. This is the wrong way to cook meat. This is written by Josh Barrow, by the way. Just because you can cook outside doesn't mean you should. Your grill is dirty, has poor temperature control, and lets fat drip into the flame. Indoor cooking is better. Your grill is filthy. Celebrate American prosperity with your fine kitchen appliances and make the food for the cookout indoors. Fuck you. I just want to grill. Okay. Like this guy's just an asshole, basically. This is just like hating Americana because it's Americana, right? But look at what else this fellow here. Like, this is a worthless article, but Josh Barrow. Look at what else he's talked about. Look at this. Here's Josh Barrow. The best place we ate in London was Cole. They do English Mexican fusion with only local ingredients, meaning no citrus and no avocado. This dish contains no avocado, but it does contain mayonnaise. Look at this food. Don't grill. Instead, eat whatever the fuck this is. It's like half a tortilla, like a hard tortilla. Some random leaves, I guess like chopped fruits, and then dyed green mayo in a swirl to make it look like it's avocado. Green mayo, dude. Where's the beef? Who the fuck knows? This is your authentic Mexican food, guys. Wow. Oh god, this shit. On good old libs of TikTok, which the fucking corncob man thinks is a fascist account. Someone call CPS. Alright, we're gonna watch this fucking awful video. Just in case you haven't seen it.
Our family.
Oh, I put it over here.
The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. It's okay, because we're gonna supplement the feeding with formula so that my baby's still getting the nutrients that they need, but I'm still feeling hopeful. I appreciate you so much for all your work.
And I appreciate you also, baby. I couldn't have done it without you.
Our family.
Oh, I put it over here.
My god. Yeah, it's literally the Family Guy joke with Peter and Stewie, where Stewie tries to breastfeed from Peter and doesn't realize it. Like, okay, listen. You want to be trans, go be trans. That's fine. However, having your newborn child suckle at your biologically male breast in order to alleviate your dysphoria while you produce no milk, that's child abuse. That's fucking child abuse, dude. Oh my fucking god. I don't know what the fuck else to say. It's just child abuse. I'm not saying that, like, you can't have good trans parents. You obviously can. But you can't do this. No, it's not me, the galaxy. Fuck you. Fucking hell, dude. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright. Who gave birth to... Who the fuck knows, Aiden? Who the fuck knows? I have a feeling it might be the other one. The one who's not trying to breastfeed. Because they're a trans man. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna click off this. A suspect is in custody in the Texas school shooting that left at least 4 people injured. It's from Arlington, Texas. Detectives have started interviewing the 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins, who will be charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This is, I remember this being a story, but it kind of vanished, didn't it? Like, people were talking about this, like, it's the next big school shooting, white supremacy, and then, like, it disappeared. It just, poof, gone. Nobody talked about it anymore. He turned himself in without incident. The schooling at Timberview High School, the 4 people injured. All 3 expected to survive. One victim is a 15-year-old boy. Critical condition. Okay. 25-year-old man also had gunshot wounds and is good in condition. Teenage girl who was grazed by a bullet. 17 students were all evacuated. Okay. Oh, maybe this is why the media stopped talking about it. Maybe this is the reason. And wasn't this this is an earlier article, so I don't think it says it in here. But wasn't the story that this was actually like a rich kid who got teased by his fellow rich kids at his school, and so he decided to shoot them? You could say there was a news blackout. Oh. Yeah. All right. It's become so blatantly disingenuous how these news outlets operate. It's kind of disgusting, frankly. The cops bought him Burger King. Fucking hell. It's kind of disgusting just how blatantly disingenuous it is. I will read all super chats at the end of the stream, guys. Thank you very much for your donations. Don't think they're going ignored. Thank you. Oh, a video came out and he's actually the bully? All right. This is a feel-good story here. Nurse discovers 28-year-old colleague was a premature baby that she cared for. Aw. See? A California nurse just discovered that she'd actually met a new coworker before, 28 years ago. Vilma Wong, who'd been working at Lucille Packard's Children's Hospital for more than 32 years, met Brandon Seminator, I don't fucking know, 28 in August. He was a second-year pediatric resident completing a child neurology residency at Stanford University. He had joined Wong's team, according to the statement. I asked who he was and his name. That last name sounded very familiar. I kept asking where he was from, and he told me he was from San Jose, California, and that, as a matter of fact, he was a premature baby born at our hospital. I asked him if his dad was a police officer, she said, and there was a big silence, and he asked me if I was Vilma, and I said yes. His mother had asked him to look for the nurse named Vilma, who took care of him when he was a baby. I was in shock initially, but overjoyed to know that I took care of him almost 30 years ago, and now he's a resident to the same population he was a part of. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty heartwarming, isn't it? Everyone needs a feel-good story in their Sunday morning sip. Randy Pitchford steps down as Gearbox Software president, becomes president of Gearbox Studios. Oh, no. Good old Randy Thumb Drive Pitchford. Gearbox Software CEO and president Randy Pitchford will be stepping down as the latter to focus on the company's media production as president of Gearbox Studios. So Randy Pitchford wants to transition Gearbox into a Hollywood studio to make movies. Okay. Every game they've made, aside from Borderlands, has fucking sucked and no one's cared about. So I guess he's going to try something else. Pitchford will be reportedly focusing on his duties as president of Gearbox Entertainment, the parent company to Gearbox Software and Gearbox Publishing. Pitchford becomes the president of the newly formed Gearbox Studios. That company will handle Gearbox's ventures into film and TV, including the upcoming Borderlands movie. Well, And this is all just stuff that I covered in my Gearbox video, where basically Randy Pitchford's a piece of shit. He's a complete piece of shit. But he wants to make movies, and being a piece of shit, he will be right at home in Hollywood. Here's the moment that 4 attackers bludgeon a Harlem woman, 61 years old, with a kitchen pot and take away her walker and credit cards as New York City crime continues to spiral. Jesus Christ. You guys seen this video? I'm not going to show it because it's pretty violent, but you guys seen this video? Police are currently on the hunt for 4 attackers who bludgeoned a 61-year-old disabled woman with a cooking pot, then ran off with her walker in New York City. The incident occurred at 8:20 p.m. on Thursday in Harlem. A video released by the New York City Police Department, the group can be seen in a conversation with the victim, before one of them drags her to the ground. Another then begins beating her with what appears to be a cooking pot as a man in a white shirt hovers nearby. The woman is seen cowering on the floor as the beating continues. Police say the attackers ran off with cash, credit cards, and the woman's walker. Jesus. God damn. I know at one point JonTron moved to New York because it had like a unique feel as a city. This was back in 2012, and it did. But I also know that he moved away from New York because the city's turned into a fucking cesspool. Like, holy fuck. These are like 4 people just abusing this elderly lady to steal her stuff. Like, what a fucking asshole. All 4 of them. She was taken to Harlem's hospital. Detectives are still hunting for the attackers. This is the latest attack to occur in New York City for a woman over the age of 50. A 76-year-old woman was seriously injured when she was shoved to the ground. A 70-year-old woman was attacked on the head on her way to the doctor's appointment. Fucking hell, dude. Jesus Christ. A 58-year-old woman was left with a critical brain injury after being dragged downstairs by a mugger. Jesus. Yeah, escape from New York. Get the fuck out of New York, guys. Holy shit. Far Cry 6's cockfighting is gross, and we should care more about it. No. Cockfighting shouldn't be in a AAA game in 2021. I shouldn't have to explain why. Fuck you. This is a game that takes place in some third world communist shithole, and the cockfighting is played up as a Tekken match. I don't know if you've seen videos of it, but literally when you play the cockfighting game in Far Cry 6, you choose your chicken, and then they get into the ring, and they have like combos, and they have like a health meter, and it plays like a match of Tekken. It's a joke. That's the point. Far Cry 6 seems to be the most Far Cry game to ever Far Cry. While it does appear to lean in hard to the political undertones of the series, casting you as a guerrilla fighter taking on a tyrannical regime on the island of Yara, a place visually inspired by Cuba. Personally, I think it feels a little gross to use a pastiche of a very real socialist uprising. They're fighting the socialists. You fucking... Okay. Then try to distance your game from the specific policy of the movement. Fine. Politics is complicated. Fine. Cockfighting is not tonally awkward. It's not something that just doesn't fit with Far Cry's big ideas. It's just fucking gross. I don't feel like I should have to expand on that or come up with alternate ways of phrasing it. It's making animals fight each other in bloody, brutal combat for sport. You're shooting people and you're killing humans in this game. It's already bloody and brutal. Cockfighting is a part of Cuban and Caribbean culture, so PETA is being racist. This is not just a passing thing mentioned by the game either, not just a throwaway line in a file only the most dedicated players will encounter. There is a full Tekken-style fighting minigame where you take control of one rooster and try to claw and peck your opponent to death as he shrieks in agony. Yes. That's the joke. The joke is that they made Tekken with chickens. You humorless fucking cows. Oh god, and this is just going to be bitching, isn't it? Oh, shut up. Wait. Are we actually going to cast Brie Larson as Sam? No! I hate games media. I'm going to have to do a big fucking video on every single thing that games media has ever done wrong. Because it's going to be like an 8-hour video. Japan has appointed a minister of loneliness. Jesus. The role aims to reduce loneliness and social isolation among Japan's residents as the country deals with rising suicide rates. Holy fuck, dude. It's pretty wild. Let's see what this says. Minister of Loneliness. Are they trying to deal with like the grass-eating males situation? So there's a minister in charge of dealing with Japan's declining birth rate and promoting regional revitalization to oversee government policies to deal with loneliness and isolation. Women are suffering from isolation more than men are, and number of suicides on a rising trend. I mean, isn't a large problem just their work culture? They spend like 12 to 18 hours a day working. They have no time to actually socialize. Oh, yeah, they're talking about the hikikomori thing. That's part of it too. Like, socialism is fucking terrible, but let's not pretend that capitalism doesn't have its problems, all right? Capitalism without some kind of an ethic behind it ends up creating terrible shit like this. Okay. Ex-Trump speechwriter warns the president of China, is it Xi, that the U.S. will shed blood to ensure the rainbow flag of diversity flies over Taiwan. Is that what we're bleeding for now? The rainbow flag of diversity? Not freedom. Not liberty, but diversity? Fuck you, dude. Make no mistake. Americans are prepared to spend whatever blood and treasure it takes to ensure that the rainbow flag of diversity and the Chinese flag will fly over Taiwan. The globalist American empire will do so under the guise of freedom. So, okay, so this is actually someone who's trolling because this person worked as a speechwriter for Donald Trump. And this person also mocked American patriots who happen to sit on the board of a company that does a lot of defense contracts, but portray their anti-Chinese rhetoric as a selfless act of patriotism. Okay, fair enough. That's kind of funny. It was revealed by the Wall Street Journal on Thursday that U.S. troops had been deployed in Taiwan for at least a year, where they had been training Taiwanese military forces. Now, see, this is actually really noteworthy, because part of the agreement between the U.S. and China is that the Americans would not put troops physically on Taiwan. And that's pretty provocative, to be honest. I have a feeling that the Taiwan issue is gonna come to a head sometime relatively soon. You know, it's gonna be a shit show. Okay. This is an old article written by everyone's fucking favorite loser, Luke Plunkett. Plunkett's certainly an apt last name. This is an article written in 2014, okay? So it's pretty old. Fan is turning Final Fantasy VII into a giant novel. The novel's name is actually The Nibelheim Incident. The Fight for the Planet, and here's the, yeah, so like, cool. Very short article because it's a nothing story because the guy had just started writing it. But all right. 7 years later, the author has won an award for the Nibelheim Incident. Listen, never give up on your dreams, guys. You can always make it. Indra Nooyi says asking for a raise is cringeworthy. Well, call me fucking cringe then. The former CEO of PepsiCo is an inspiring business leader for women, women of color, working mothers, immigrants, champions of sustainability, and those nudging consumers towards healthier lifestyles. But in a recent interview with the New York Times Magazine, she said she had never, ever, ever asked for a raise. Why? I find it cringeworthy. I cannot imagine working for somebody and saying my pay is not enough. What if your pay isn't enough? Like, okay, guess what part of capitalism is? Selling your labor. And guess what that means? It means that someone's buying it. And that means you can negotiate with them. And that means you come to an agreement that is mutually beneficial for both of you, or one of you walks. And that's how it is. Hey boss, can I have a raise? Cringe. No. Be like, listen, are you valuable to the company? Well, then you can have a raise. And you say, listen, you know what? I'm doing all this for you. Give me a raise or I'll go to your competitors. Maybe I can bring my skills over to Coca-Cola. And they'll be like, maybe not. Maybe we should actually give you a raise. That is what being a smart capitalist is. Wonder why the pay gap's a thing. Yeah, exactly, huh? Irish grandmother sentenced to 90 days in jail for refusing to wear a face mask. 66-year-old Margaret Buttermer has appeared in court several times over her continued refusal to wear a face mask in a shop, which is mandatory to slow the spread of COVID-19. She was jailed for a weekend for continuously refusing to wear a mask, and also refused to wear one when she appeared before the judge, leading to her being jailed for contempt of court. During that initial hearing, it was heard how Miss Buttermer verbally abused staff members and said she only answered to God. Now, see, I will say, it is better to politely refuse to wear a mask than it is to be belligerent and give them an excuse. If you're going to engage in civil disobedience, you must force your aggressors to become unreasonable. All right? That's just the nature of the game. You have to basically be perfect in how you act. It's a pretty high standard. But you have to not give them a reason. Like, be a little bit smarter. At a new hearing yesterday, she faced trial for multiple offenses of not wearing a face mask in indoor public spaces, including shops, where the use of PPE has been mandatory since 2020. Multiple offenses, 14-day term, which was deemed serve after she spent the past 12 days in prison. She was sentenced to 30 days in prison for one offense, 60 days in prison for another offense, to be served consecutively. She will now serve 90 days in prison. All right. She's probably just going to keep not wearing a mask, too. You know? She's a fucking granny. Like, whatever, man. You know what? I've seen... It's kind of funny, because people who talk about being progressive and open-minded and inclusive and diverse and loving, they're becoming more and more authoritarian as this goes on. I have seen people on Reddit say, like, obviously left-leaning people, say there exists no exemption, no legitimate medical exemption towards masks. Nobody has an exemption. If they tell you they do, they're lying. Everyone needs to wear a mask. And it's like, shut the fuck up. My girlfriend has a medical exemption from her doctor. And it's because if she wears a mask for more than 15 minutes, she starts to faint. She has an exemption. And she doesn't wear a mask when she's at work because she has an exemption. And she showed her boss, and her boss is like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, nobody who actually works at the store that she works at actually cares. And also, she's worked her way up the ranks of the store she works at, and she's actually now kind of indispensable at that place. But the point is that this idea that nobody has an exemption is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. YouTube cancels Rewind for good after years of everyone hating it. Thank you. Nobody missed it in 2020. And you know what? The community is making better ones. Like, PewDiePie did a 2018 rewind, a 2019 rewind. They were both better. Mr. Beast did a 2020 rewind. That was better. You know, fuck off, YouTube. YouTube doesn't know what YouTube wants. Like the community of YouTube. YouTube Rewind, the company's annual year-end roundup of trends, creators, memes, and the most popular videos on the site, has been canceled for good. Thank you to all the creators involved in Rewind. We'll be looking for your rewinds as we refocus our energies and celebrating you and the trends that make YouTube fire. Oh God, I don't want to click on it. With a different and updated kind of experience. Stay tuned. Oh, fuck off. I don't want, like, YouTube has ruined so much about everything. I don't want them to dip their to dip their toes into the community, to put their hands in any more pockets. I just want them to stay the fuck out of it. Just be a platform for people to upload their shit to. Stop censoring them and stop demonetizing them. There, done. Perfect platform. That's all you have to do. You don't need anything else. Just leave people alone to do what they're going to do. There you go. Fucking Christ. Man caught with child pornography avoids prison. He has a suspended sentence. This comes, by the way, from the same court around the same time as the mother who was jailed for 90 days for repeatedly refusing to wear a mask. A man who was caught with child porn obtained a warrant to search his home. Keelan Lanigan, who is currently homeless, cooperated with the police after they arrived at his home and provided them with passwords to his laptop. They discovered 2 videos of one image of child pornography. His mother had bought the computer and he would spend time browsing, clicking on images that interested him. He would have clicked on maybe 20 similar images, telling the police it was a good bit. I don't remember the exact amount. He accepted the images were child porn and that the girls' picture were probably aged 10 or 11 years old. He had never used an app to share the images. He pleaded guilty. He had no previous convictions, and the court was told that the Senate had allowed the case to be dealt with in the district court, but the judge refused jurisdiction and it was sent forward to the circuit court. Wow. Sentenced him to 12 months in prison, which he suspended in full on strict conditions, including that he engage with the probation service for 18 months and undergo any treatment recommended by them. Yeah. Yeah. So, the same court allows this guy to walk free for having child porn, but arrests you for not wearing a mask. Puts you in jail. Yes, the server's down. The Minecraft server is down. I'm currently backing it up. It will be back, okay? I've seen this headline going around, and I don't quite know what to make of it. Multiracial Britain now resembles Neapolitan ice cream, with brown at the top and gammon pink firmly at the bottom. I mean, it's kind of funny. I get the joke. But still. The brown washing of Britain is continuing apace, with non-white faces now increasingly occupying elite positions in government, sports, business, and the arts, as a result of being continually held to higher standards. Britain's on-screen portrayals of race have always been loaded, be it the abject, brown-faced cretinism of Spike Milligan, or the creepy sexualized coonery of Little... What the fuck is this article? Representations of minorities on film and TV have typically reflected the nation's eternal neuroses and mediocrity. Wow. This is like pure Brit hatred, isn't it? I don't know if I want to read this one. But still, fucking Christ. Gammons unite. Yeah, are white and pink different races now? Maybe. That feel when no pink skin GF. Oh, do you want like the Moth Girl? The Moth Girl from My Hero Academia? Coffee's done. Yeah, this is just RT having a laugh at the Eternal Anglo. We're not going to read this bullshit. This is just some nonsense. Okay. Written by Nirpal Dali. Who the fuck is this? Who's this idiot? Wow. The Chad Russian Sikh versus the Virgin Anglo. That's what this is. Okay. From Matt Watch Gundam. This is just a tweet. I just thought it was funny. We're going to read it together, okay? Chinese doesn't really invoke the incredible ethnic diversity of China. The Han, Uyghurs, Tibetans, Mongols, Manchu, etc. So I use the inclusive term chinks instead. Don't drop the X, guys. Don't drop the X. All right, here's the final article. Check out this nonsense, okay? Netflix suspends trans employee who tweeted about Dave Chappelle's special. Okay, so this sounds like someone got pissed off about Dave Chappelle's recent comedy set, which included jokes aimed at trans people for sure. Okay? And someone working at Netflix tweeted, said, this is transphobic. I don't like this. And then Netflix suspended them for tweeting that. That's what this article title. That's what the article headline sounds like. But that's not what actually happened. Let's read it. Netflix has suspended a trans employee who tweeted about Dave Chappelle's comedy special, The Closer. In the stand-up set, which released on October 5th, Chappelle doubles down on his jokes about LGBTQ groups. Good. Comedy is comedy, guys. The next day, Netflix software engineer Tara Field tweeted about Chappelle, writing that the comedian attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness in the special. See? Tara Field, I work at Netflix. Yesterday, we launched another Chappelle special where he attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness, all while trying to pit us against other marginalized groups. You're going to hear a lot of talk about offense. We are not offended. I don't believe you. The tweet thread went viral, quickly spiraling into a conversation about free speech and cancel culture. Netflix then suspended Field along with 2 other employees for trying to attend a director-level meeting they weren't invited to. Another trans employee is quitting over how the special and Field were handled. Okay, so she wasn't being suspended for tweeting about a Dave Chappelle special. She's being suspended for trying to break into a director-level meeting that she had no authority of being in there. This isn't because you're trans. It isn't because you're tweeting, and it's not cancel culture. It's not because you're speaking truth to power. It's because you weren't invited into the boardroom, and you tried to fucking break the doors down. Fuck, dude. The rest of it is just Netflix's like, oh yes, the statement emailed to The Verge, and we're not transphobic at all, and then history, like this is honestly just again, most of the articles today are just fucking nonsense, it seems like, but this is the important part. She is playing the cancel culture card. The evil capitalist right wingers at Netflix are grinding down this poor trans woman. No, you cannot fucking lay siege to the CEO's office and expect not to get fired. You idiot. Let me in! That is all the articles I have for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed them. As always, if you want to support the channel, $5 club. Patreon subscribes to our YouTube memberships, the Twitch channel Game Boomers. $5 recurring source through there, get you in the $5 club in Discord. $100 US to PayPal, get you the $5 club for life. Just send me your receipt. And P.O. Box. Mail me your junk. Now, I'm going to quickly go over the super chats because I want to get back to work on tomorrow's video. It is currently half done, and I want to finish it before the Skaven campaign today. Oh, let's see. Monetization. Supers. Let's read the supers. Shaker Silver for $5. The idea that exemptions for things like masks and vaccines are needed is the issue. The default should be that you don't need these unless you're at risk. I agree. The default should be not getting these things. That's what the default should be. Choose to get them if you want. Not be mandated to get them. Look at all the fucking pilks in there. Daragen for 500 rubles. Don't know what to write in here, so hello, Dev. Thank you very much, Daragen. Thank you. Hello to you, too. Silver Camaro for $2. You hear about the news? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That'll be released. I haven't heard the news, but I'm not surprised. Mario vs. Pit for $20. Thank you. I'm making homemade spicy potato wedges. Who wants some? I do, dude. That sounds great. Silver Camaro 78 for $5. I feel like the UK and Canada have far more in common with mainland Europe than they do the US. Sorry, Sargon. To me, you seem more like them than us. I don't know about that. the Anglo world is very unique in that they're much more freedom oriented than main Europe. Maybe with the exception of France. I think France also has like a freedom streak that Sargon likes to ignore. But that's just him being an Anglo. Silver Camaro for 78 for another $5. Thank you. Check out Puppet Combo. Yeah, right, this one. I don't know what Bloodwash is though, but thank you. And that's all the super chats. That's all of them. Okay, guys. Thank you for all your support this stream. Thank you for all your views. Thank you for all your watches. Thank you for all your pilks. No Game Boomers tonight. Tomorrow there'll be my new SFO video, and there'll be a new Game Boomers stream tomorrow night where Dave and Naomi and I continue our Halloween playthrough of A Plague Tale: Innocence. Make sure to head over there, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. Make sure you're there. And I'll be on Arch's channel for the Skaven RP in about 3.5 hours' time. Here, I'll drop in the chat. Here, there we go. Twitch.tv/GameBoomers. Follow it, Pilkers. Follow it, Pilkers. Follow it, Pilkers. I'll see you guys later. Oh, also, the Minecraft server will come up in about 5 minutes. So if you're one of the people who play on the Minecraft server, make sure you check that out. It'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. I'll see you later, guys. I love you.